Welcome to Magical Moments with Artemis. One of my little inspirational messages of the day is going to be the topic of conversation. And when someone does something you don't like, try toleration. Tell them in your nicest way that you do not feel good about what occurred or what was said, but try hard not to cold shoulder them and block them out of any warm connection with you. All you teach them by that is to be afraid of you, by making them afraid of losing you, or at least the warmth of their connection with you. This is, of course, what some people say God does to us. Give people the same break you would like God, and other people for that matter, to give you. And I thought this was pertinent because I've lived both sides of that. For a long time, been the person who got cold-shouldered, and needless to say, being in that environment, I learned that and habituated that myself. So, let's all take a breath and drop into the center of ourselves. And access the state of tolerance, of nicely telling someone that you're not okay with what's occurred. And allowing that to be okay with you. I know sometimes if something doesn't have a punch on the end of it, I feel completely ineffective, I don't feel heard, I feel like the power behind whatever I have to say is diminished because I'm sitting here being nice. So shooting for the happy medium where you don't have a rifle on somebody and you're not out of power by diminishing your own feelings. And I'm really feeling compelled to share that as awful as it can feel to be on the receiving end of someone's cold shoulder, the invitation to extend compassion, because the weighted probability is that the person who's isolating themselves from you or isolating their affection from you, the weighted probability is that that's also the same standard they're holding themselves to. So if you breathe with that for a moment, you may have an instance of being with someone who's just inflexible and just is pushing you intolerably, but you're able to move away from that moment. For that person, that's their reality. And if they're holding you in that reality, the likelihood, again, that weighted probability, is that they're holding themselves in that cage, really. There's not a lot of options, there's not a lot of room. So, as uncomfortable and painful as it could be to interact with someone of that nature, consider that's their reality, and they never break out of that. So the invitation is for compassion. And again, bringing it back to ourselves, the field of tolerance, and expanding that, and what that's like. And what is it like to be able to effectively assert a boundary without needing to be cold, without needing to shut people out. What does that skill set feel like? Something just moved, so notice that. I just really like that phrase, try hard not to cold shoulder them. All you teach them is to lose your affection or their warm connection with you. I just want to sink into that for a minute. So, I'm sharing warmth with you in this moment, and thank you for watching.